Bean, 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 bean.
Doodling! Hey everybody, welcome to Bean Doodling. I'm your host, Kara Bean, and today we are going to make a folded drawing. So we're gonna gather these things. A piece of paper. You can rip it out of a book, or if maybe you have some copy paper at home, go get a piece of paper. You're going to need a pencil today. And if you have an eraser on it, even better, or you might be lucky and even have an eraser at your house somewhere. So pause the video and go get a piece of paper, a pencil, and make sure you can find an eraser because we do sort of need that eraser today. Okay, and we're back. So we're going to make a folded drawing, and this doodle is actually going to end up being 3 doodles by the time we're done with it. And there ends up being a fun surprise quality to it. But we all need to start together and do the same thing. So you're going to take your piece of paper and you're going to fold it in half. I like to line up my edges and then crease it. So it's like a card. Fold it in half. See if you can do that. You can always pause at any time if you need more time than I'm giving you to just make sure you can fold okay. And then the next step is you take the bottom, just one side of the card, we'll say, call it a card, and then we're gonna fold that up to the edge. You see that? So it becomes like a triangle, and then crease that, and you can press it on the table to get a nice firm, I'm gonna need to do that, firm crease. Okay, so now it's my one piece of paper is folded in half, and then this corner is folded up, okay? And we're all gonna start with the same straight, like kind of awkward shape, but it ends up being really cool. So now we're going to pretend, even though we've done this folding, that this is just a regular blank piece of paper, and we want to draw something on it. And we're gonna draw something that takes up the top, the middle where the triangle is, and the bottom. So you're gonna have a shape that is one drawing but goes over all these surfaces. So since you know I love beans and my last name is Bean, let's grab this one. I drew a bean, okay? But you can see I drew on the folded paper, so let me play with that so you can tell, and it's folded in half, but I drew a picture. Now you could draw, you don't have to draw, you could if you want to draw a bean. But if you want to draw a heart or a star, or for those of you with more drawing experience, you can draw something really detailed if you want to. But the only rule is that you go over the top, the middle, and the bottom. So you cover that surface. You don't want to draw something just small up here, take up the whole page is what I'm asking you to do, okay? So you can pause the video and do that, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so the next step is you are going to be able to open up your drawing and have this random shape here. And this is where you can add a surprise. All right, so I actually jumped ahead to show you. I made the same drawing twice, so I can show you what I did. So here's my, oh, it goes this way. Here's my bean, and when I unfold it, the surprise is it turned into a puppy, and I love dogs, so there's my little puppy. But if I fold it back up, you can't see it. It's just that first drawing, the bean. So the first drawing is just a way to make a shape for your second drawing. And the only tricky thing is, and this is where most people kind of need your eraser, is if I'm drawing my dog, I have to stop where the bean starts. So I don't draw over this area. So you can see me fold it back up again so you can see. And actually, you can see that little mark there. That's my little mistake. I still need to erase that. The tail went a little too far. Yep. So that's where you need your erasers. When you are doodling your second page, don't draw past that point. Or you can if you make it make sense for the first drawing. But you really, what you're trying to do is create a surprise. So that more like, whoa, I didn't expect that. A dog. Okay, so that's drawing. So drawing 1 is the front. In my case, it was the bean. Drawing 2 was the puppy, but then you're gonna have a third drawing, and this is when things get really weird, but I think really interesting. So what's gonna happen is you're gonna open it all the way up, let me back up here, and now I have this shape and this shape, but whatever was up here, which was facing this way, when I open it, gravity changes and shifts and it gets very strange. I could turn it this way or this way. And I'll show you what I did in my finished one. So back to my finished drawing because I wanted to show you the surprise. The bean. The puppy. I did it this way. The bean. Fold down. The puppy. Open. Whoa, what a weird drawing. See what happens? The bean became this, landscape-like shape. And no matter what, it's going to look funky and weird because what was facing up is now kind of facing down. So this is where you can just draw anything you want. I just let my imagination draw beans and make this little funny, it almost looks like a tongue or something, like a weird tongue that this house is built on, and then there's these different shaped beans that are visiting. I didn't plan it. That's just what came out of my head. And I think that's what's fun about doodling is not necessarily having a plan and just trying this out and seeing what you do and surprising yourself and taking your time. But again, just to remind you, you can draw like little points or something to help you understand where not to go past. So you can see I didn't draw on this triangle because that's part of the bean, and I didn't draw here because that's part of the bean, but there's sort of this huge pie shape in the center. And that is where I put my surprise drawing. So I have 3 drawings on one piece of paper, and they play off of each other. And you can do this exercise. I've probably done it 30 times in my life, and every time I try a different drawing on the cover, and then I see what happens when I open it up. So, what I would say is put on your favorite music, start with your pencil, go slowly, really have fun with this and see what you can do. And then you kind of have this cool reveal, and you could even videotape, the animation of it in a way and see just how weird can you make your doodle, just have fun. And I think when you don't plan it, you might naturally have some meaning or some themes that happen within your drawings, and they just naturally come out. Okay, so enjoy. I hope you like that one. That's one of my favorites, one of my favorite doodles. I've been really excited to share it with you. So let me know what you think, and I'll send more doodles your way in the future. Keep drawing, keep doodling.